Over the past month or two, I have been simulating randomly generated battles for every single one of the Genshin playable characters up until version 4.2. They've battled it out in a double elimination bracket, and now we're down to the top 16 in the winners, which we'll be covering every battle of, and the other 16 in the losers bracket, which will have a summary video at the end of each round. They've all been randomly generating Pokémon, and they've been competing in Pokémon Showdown. Today's match is Lyney vs Furina. Lyney's team consists of a compoundized Lancetberry stack attacker, and as you will see, the EVs and IVs were also randomly generated in this process, as well as the movesets, as well as Ages, which you can see by the plus and minus symbols on the EV section. IVs were randomly generated between 1 and 31, and due to the balanced Hackmon's format of Pokemon Showdown, every EV value was able to be randomly generated between 1 and 252, regardless of the total EV spread. So this stack attacker was lucky to get a very defensive build, which is its best stat, and its attack is better than its special attack, which helps with its moveset. The Drizzle Black Glasses Absol. Unfortunately, Black Glasses do not help, as Absol did not get a Dark type move, and it's got a mixed moveset despite having a better physical attack, which it did not get lucky with the EVs for. Lyney's Emolga is Leaf Guard, which helps in Sunny Day, which it cannot set, and a Morangaberry, which could help after it's being hit by a special attack, boosting its special defense. But with the way the battles work, a lot of Pokemon end up switching after they get their stat boosts. This Emolga has Inferno and Morning Sun, allowing easy burns and heals, which could be very beneficial for their team. Lyney's Mesprit is Rain Dish, giving it health back if it's raining, and safety goggles to help it from damaging weather. So this is a very good Mesprit for weather. And it's also got Thunder and Zapcan. Thunder, of course, in the rain would allow it to hit all the time and also heal. And then Zapcan and Thrash is also very powerful moves if they're hitting. And Spikes is very powerful with lots of switching happening in these battles. The Sandforce Floatstone Mantine gives it the immunity to the Sandstorm, but it won't boost any of its moves. Very balanced stats, while also having Sketch Assist, which is very interesting for these kind of battles. And then Lyney's Mega Mewtwo X with Mimicry, which will allow it to have the type of whatever terrain is active, but also Sticky Barb. With every Pokemon getting a randomly generated held item, it's very hard to get rid of that Sticky Barb, as the opponent would need to get rid of their held item. But the moveset for this Mega Mewtwo is very powerful, and also physical, which leads very hard into the very high attack stat of this Mega Mewtwo X. But its special attack isn't that bad either for that Dazzling Lead. Now we move on to Furina's team, with her Beheal with Flower Gift, which was useless due to not being a Cherum, and the Choppleberry, which is also useless as it resists fighting type attack and isn't weak to it. The Beheal was unfortunate to get a physical move set, which is its worst attacking stat. The Turbo Blaze Focus Sash Gardevoir means it won't die in one hit, and yeah, its moves don't really get benefited by it, as they can't really be that affected by abilities. It is an unfortunate physical Gardevoir, which means its high special attack does not help. Furina's Lapras has Quick Feet and Life Orb, which means it'll do a lot of damage, and if it's status, it'll be very fast. However, its only attacking move is Hammer Arm, but it has Grassy Terrain, Endure, and Heal Water to try and stay alive, so that Life Orb probably won't do as much as the healing it'll get. Her Quillfish has Soundproof, giving it immunity to sound-based moves, and Rocky Helmet to damage anyone attacking it physically. It's also got a very good attacking moveset, which is more on the special side, which is its worst attack stat. However, with the EVs, it's fairly balanced between this attack and special attack. Furina's Primarina has Frisk, which for them could be helpful, but from the outside perspective, doesn't really do much at all. But also Life Orb with Wake Up Slap and Dragon Rush to do some damage. It's also got Cotton Gun Heal Order as well to be able to heal back the damage, but unfortunately it also has a lot less attack than special attack. And then finally, Furina's on Creamy with Water Absorb, giving it the water immunity and healing to it, but also Toxic Orb, which will do a lot of damage very quickly to that old Creamy, and its moveset does not give it a way to restore HP, and its physical moveset, which is a lot worse than its special attack. The stats from the previous battles, they obviously have both won undefeated, both with a 2-0. The top knockout so far is Furina's Overquill on 5 knockouts, followed by Lyney's Mesprit with 4, and then Lyney's Emolga and Mega Mewtwo X with 3. Lyney's team is a lot faster than Furina's. And they're off! Lyney sends in his Mega Mewtwo to start, while Furina sends in Behemoth. Lyney switches out, activating the Absol's Drizzle, which very much helps his team, especially the Mesprit. Behemoth gets some decent damage off to start though. Oh, super effective Hammer Arm coming in to take out the Absol straight away. Behemoth's got 1 kill. Mega Mewtwo comes back in, gets the Toxic with the Poison Fang, while Behemoth lets the Sand Tomb to get some chip damage on that Mewtwo. With the addition of the Sticky Barb, that Mewtwo's taking a lot of damage. Gardevoir comes in on the super effective Gunk Shot, but the Focus Sash saves it. But the Mega Mewtwo easily finishes it off, still taking damage from that Sticky Barb, which you can't get rid of. Lands the Dazzling Gleam. There's a Drop Kick comes in to lower its attack, but that Behemoth's poison, the Mewtwo's still taking Sticky Barb damage. Mewtwo switches out, so does the Behemoth into the Primarina. But Emolga lands the Inferno, getting the guaranteed burn, while Primarina sets up defenses, which helps against the Peck slightly. Primarina heals up a bit, but that burn does hurt that Primarina's physical moveset. The Zap Cannon from Mesprit misses, would have done a lot of damage, as the very weak Wake Flips come in as the Primarina takes damage. Oh, the Zap Cannon lands, can't paralyze it due to being burned, but the Furina goes down to the burn. The Behemoth comes back in, Mesprit sets up spikes. Behemoth gets a little bit of health back with the Horn Leash, which this turn will neutralize the Toxic, but the Toxic's building up from the spots, so are the spikes. Horn Leash doesn't help it this time around that much, and the Mesprit goes for the Thrash to take out the Behemoth. Lyney is winning 5-3 at the moment. Old Creamy is taking that field chip damage as the Thrash keeps going. Old Creamy with a super effective Thief gets poisoned from the Toxic Orb that it's holding. Gets another Thief off, and it's barely alive. Mesprit lands the Thrash again, and the Old Creamy goes down. The confusion has ended for the Mesprit as it goes for yet another Thrash as Lapras heals up. Lapras switches out onto the spike, into Overquill on spikes. Mesprit gets another Thrash off, but becomes confused. And it lands a Zap Cannon, getting the guaranteed, oh, not guaranteed, the 50%, and lands the 50% paralysis, or something. The Mesprit takes itself out with confusion. It's just the Lapras and the Overquill against the 4 Pokemon left on Lyney's team. Lapras goes for the Resisted Hammer Arm, lowering its speed. And the Emolga takes a Doomdazar attack from that Overquill. Lapras waste a turn. Lapras wastes another turn, and it takes a tiny bit of damage from Peck. Emolga heals up. Lapras sets up the grassy terrain, which the Emolga can't take advantage of, but that Mewtwo can, switching its type over to grass in the process. Overquill goes down to the spikes, but that Mewtwo still got that Sticky Barb. It does a lot of damage to the Lapras with the Stumping Tantrum while Lapras wastes a turn. Mewtwo heals up slightly, but the Sticky Barb is doing more. Oh, Mewtwo got the Lapras to 10, but it heals up with Heal Order. That Mewtwo's probably dead next turn. As Lapras goes for Endure, the Stumping Tantrum goes through, doing a lot of damage. The mimicry ends, but Mewtwo goes down. It's just 3 Pokemon against this Lapras that keeps healing. Stack Attacker going for the super effective rolling kick, while Lapras just heals. The super effective Rock Blast. This Stack Attacker's moveset is very good for playing against this Lapras. The Hammer Arm does so much damage to the Stack Attacker, but the Stack Attacker gets the crit boost. It goes for the Drain Punch, which is also super effective. Doesn't get the crit to take it out, but heals up a bit. Lapras goes for another heal auto while the Emolga comes into Peck. Lapras lowers its speed even more with the Hammer Arm, which is resisted by the Emolga. But Lapras's only attacking move is the Hammer Arm. The Inferno misses, which would have got this damage out onto the Lapras, but also activated its ability. But yeah, Lapras' speed is probably too far gone now to be increased that much by its ability, which it now gets from being burned, to increase its speed a bit. However, its attack has been cut in half, so that those Hammer Arms are not going to be doing as much damage now. Lapras doesn't really have much they can do, and the Emolga just heals. It's starting to feel a bit stally, as both Pokemon just heal over and over. Lapras keeps trying to endure while Emolga keeps trying to heal. Something has to happen eventually. Emolga's going for Quick Guard. Lapras is going to endure all the Peck outcomes from the Emolga, doing a bit more damage. The Grassy Terrain comes out to once more help the Lapras and not help the Emolga. Another Hammer Arm comes out, but that's only doing 11% for the Emolga, which is rough. Oh, yeah. Emolga's just chilling, really, while Lapras starts to struggle with its burn, not going for its healing moves at the moment. The Emolga goes for Peck. Lapras heals up again. Lapras back to full before taking the burn damage. It's lasting a while. We're up to turn 52. Mantine switches in for the first time this battle. What will it come out to do? It goes for the Shadow Claw, which doesn't do much damage. Goes for the Drop Kick, super effective, drops the attack of the Lapras even more. Lapras heals back to full before the burn. Another Drop Kick comes in. This Lapras is very weakened. It's not good. It might still be able to take attacks due to its bulk, but it's not going to be able to dish out the damage it needs. Stack Attack is able to benefit from the grassy terrain that the Lapras just set up. However, it switches straight into the Emolga, which won't get the healing. The Mantine comes back in, tanks the Hammer Arm with only 5% damage taken from the Lapras' only attacking move. Goes for the Drop Kick, super effective again, it's not doing much damage. However, it is securing the game for Lyney. Goes for the Shadow Claw, gets a crit, still doesn't do that much, but all the damage is starting to add up. The Stack Attacker comes back in. Lapras wastes a turn, takes more burn damage. Stack Attacker goes for the Tackle, which doesn't do much. But the grassy terrain is being neutralized. Stack Attacker gets the Drain Punch and finishes Furina off. Lyney will be advancing to the next round, while Furina drops down to the losers bracket.